Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the play ratings. Everton 3, Burnley 0. Apologies if you're watching the live stream. We are a little bit late, but that is because the draw did not happen till 11 o'clock, and I did not want to start the live broadcast without knowing who we had in the next round. We have Fulham at home, Christmas week, probably going to be Tuesday. I think it's the 19th of December, due to, I think, Liverpool being at home and their fixture in the Premier League, probably. But that is a very, very good draw. Anyone at home is a good draw, and considering when you look at the draw and look at who else is playing, that's a really, really good draw, and we would have taken that beforehand. So delighted with that one. And we owe Fulham one, don't we? After a couple of defeats. So yeah, delighted with that. Who knows where we'll be by the time that game rolls round. Listen, when we beat Doncaster, we were all panicking over Villa, and we didn't know where we'd be after that game. We didn't know where we'd be by the time we got to this game. So who knows where we'll be by then. But listen, really good win tonight. Again, a bit like Sunday. Really good professional performance against obviously a not a great side. And we done what we needed to do tonight. We got the goals all basically at the right time. And we listen, we might have only had 38% possession, but they did absolutely nothing. I think they had one shot on target, and it was a shot that literally just sort of ballooned into Jordan Pickford's hands. So it was nice to see the manager go strong. He went a lot stronger than I thought he would do. Only making a couple of changes. Give Danjuma an opportunity, which I don't think he really took, but we did what we needed to do tonight, and that's all you can really ask for. So good to get through, good to get another 3 points at Goodison Park, good to build that good feeling at Goodison Park as well. Back-to-back wins, back-to-back 3-0 wins as well, ahead of a tough game on Saturday, but everyone will be a lot more confident now and a lot more calmer about, I think. And I think that's the main thing as well, that we need to make as much of the noise go away on the football side of things as we can. Great night for 777, by the way. Josh Wonder was in attendance without his hat, and I think all of their teams won tonight, so he'll be absolutely delighted by that. So let's get into it. Jordan Pickford didn't have a lot to do tonight. Got a lot of the ball to his feet. 56 touches he had. 70% pass accuracy. Some of his kicking was a bit mad. 30 long balls and 15 were accurate. That, to be fair, that's not terrible. Sorry, I always say 3 points. Though. It's a common habit. I said it on my other video. I always say 3 points. It's just a common thing when you win a game. A lot of people do it by mistake. And no, it's not 3 points. I wish it was 3 points. I'd rather... No, well, I don't know. But you'd always say that. I always say it. A lot of people always say it. It just means you've won a game. Just means you've won a game. You get 3 points, you've won a game. Doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter. I know we haven't really got 3 points. But it's just a common term that I tend to use, and that's maybe why it's a common term, because I tend to use it. So it's a common term for me. But Jordan Pickford, some of his kicking was a bit too fast for our players, let's say. His pass selection is you know what, it's really good, his pass selection, the way you can swing the ball from one side to another, and sometimes it's a little bit too quick for some of our players at times, and sometimes his passing is just a little bit bad. But he had a lot of the ball tonight, and he used it well. So I will give Jordan Pickford a 7. Ashley Young got his first goal for Everton tonight. Bit of a surprise that he started the game. Got moved obviously to the right midfield when Patterson came on. And maybe that's what we'll see more of. I don't know. Be interesting to see who the manager does start on Saturday. I think obviously if Ashley Young starts on Saturday, then he is the right back for the foreseeable future. And I think maybe the manager is looking at a situation where Patterson, there's going to be that crossover maybe. Seamus Coleman's coming back as well. But Ashley Young at times was a little bit... You do question some of the decision making at times for a man of his experience. 4 ground duels, 1 out of 10. One aerial duel, 1 out of 1. But he got his goal. Which is the most important thing. 70 touches, 61% pass accuracy. Listen, he does a job, doesn't he? He does a job. Whether you like him or whether you don't like him, he does a job for us. At times, you just think, not sure about that. But the manager seems to like him. I think he's a good player for the squad. I hope at some point Patterson does take the place off him, because I think it would be ridiculous if he doesn't. But again, I'm going to give him a 7 tonight because he did get a goal. And he did all right. He did all right. I'll give him a 7. Vitaly Mykolenko, once again. Actually tonight, only 2 out of 9 duels won. 1 out of 2 aerial duels. So defensively, maybe not on it as much tonight. 62 touches, 67% pass accuracy. But he was fine. He was fine. Again, he was fine. I don't really think their wingers were quite fast. I'll give them that. They were quite fast, and they did seem like they would be the source of if they actually did anything. But he was fine. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything amazing. He was fine tonight, Mykolenko. So I'll give him a 6.9 for Mykolenko. James Tarkowski got a goal against his old team. He'll be thrilled with that. Again, good captain's performance. Strong in the air. Won 4 out of 5 aerial duels. Didn't actually have any ground duels, which is mad. 63 touches. As I say, got the goal, the first goal. Really good one as well. Really good crossing. And really well planted header. And it's nice to see him get a goal. It was nice to see him get a goal against his old team. But it's nice to score goals like that, the first and the second goal. It's nice to get goals like that sometimes. That's what it is. We're not the most flowing football team in the world. But we can get... If you're getting the goals, those kinds of goals, then I want to see more of that. More goals spread around the pitch is exactly what we want to see. And if your centre-backs are chipping in, then that's brilliant as far as I'm concerned. That's what I want to see. Clearances 3, interceptions 3. Again, just strolled around tonight and done his job brilliantly. Nothing was going to get past him, and he's in a really good vein of form, showing like a real leadership, showing that captain sort of element, extra little element that maybe, as I said, I've said this the last couple of weeks, maybe wasn't there 12 months ago, but we're starting to see it now. He's been given the armband, and it does seem to have lifted him. It does seem to have given him that extra little bit of something. I don't know, a little bit more responsibility. The managers, I think the managers, he's made it his own, hasn't he? So made up to see him get a goal tonight, and as I said, good performance for him all round, and they were never going to get the better of him tonight at all. So James Tarkowski, I've given 8 for tonight's performance. As I said, got the goal. Gerard Brandwaite, again, not a comfortable night for him. Just a comfortable night for him. He's just so calm. He doesn't really get flustered at all. Didn't have anything to get flustered about tonight, and done his job superbly. 4 out of 5 ground duels, 1 out of 2 aerial duels. Doesn't make it easy for anybody. 67 touches, 78% pass accuracy. Tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 clearances, 4. Yeah, just just easy day at the office for Jared Brandwaite, that. Easy day at the office. And really, really nice to see as well. Him just doing the job. So I will give him a 7.6 for the performance tonight. Into midfield, Amadou Onana. As I mentioned before about the goals, great to see him getting on the score sheet. He only had 38 touches tonight, actually. 91% pass accuracy. 1 key pass. 2 shots on target. Should have scored in the first half, actually, I think, when the goalkeeper dropped it. Or he should have at least got it on target. 5 out of his 6 aerial duels won. He didn't actually win either of his aerial duels tonight, which is a bit of a surprise for him. Interceptions 2, tackles 2, wasn't dribbles passed. Again, very, very comfortable night for Amadou Onana. Topped off with a good goal as well. With a good goal. Again, him and James Garner in the middle of the park. Almost a different job for him to do tonight, because instead of having Decore in there to have that extra midfielder, having Danjuma was more like a proper, like a second striker. So there was a little bit more for them to do tonight. But again, I just thought he'd done his job really. Never got ruffled really. Listen, there's a few times they love to pass the ball, and you've seen that with the possession, but I never really seen him get flustered at all tonight. And again, as I said, it was nice to see the goal. That's what you want to see. Nice set piece, falls from, and there he is. There he is, knocking it in. So nice to see him score. And it was the second one. It didn't really calm us down, but it gave us that nice little cushion. That from then on, like, the game was... I mean, it wasn't over, but it's never over being an Evertonian. But it was just nice to get that second goal, calm everyone down before the hour. And we went on, obviously got the third. So, Amadou Onana, I would give a 7.8 for tonight's performance. James Garner next to him, again, probably, instead of having 3 of them in there, just the 2 of them. And they work well together. It's the partnership now, it looks like. It looks like this can be the partnership that takes us forward for the rest of the season. 2 players learning as they go along in the Premier League. 45 touches for him, 81% pass accuracy. Ground duels, 6 out of 6. 2 out of 3 aerial duels. They're great numbers, them. No shots on target. 1 dribble attempt successful. And I think his attitude, Garner's attitude, is fantastic. You see him. I think there was one in the first half where they got down their right, and he came into the box and it was flashing across the box, and I don't know whether the lad would have got a tap in or would someone else with it, but he got himself back to clear it, like basically 2 yards out, and I think that exemplifies his attitude. Listen, he's not obviously not the finished article, but I think like that, stuff like that, really, the crowd really appreciates someone like that. They really do. They really appreciate that effort. And he's growing all the time, and it's nice to see a player like we've seen with Onana, like we are seeing with Onana. It's nice to see players growing in front of us. And that doesn't always mean, you're going to have tough times, and maybe like the game at Anfield, he wasn't particularly great. And on Sunday, he did his job without being remarkable. I thought he got on the ball a little bit more tonight, and just did his job. And for his age and where he come from, and not really playing in the Premier League before coming to us, it took a little bit of time. It took over a season. Obviously, he got a bad injury last year as well, a back injury which stopped his progress. He's had to play in other positions, of course, and he gave the manager a difficult choice at the beginning of the season. He basically said, "You've got to play me. You've got to find somewhere to play me." He was playing obviously on the right hand side, and now he's playing more in his favourite position. And I think he will grow. I think he'll grow. But listen, I don't know what he'll grow into, but he's got a real level of performance, a real steady level, and I think that's exactly what we've needed from a culture of players being up and down. So that's nice to see. So James Garner 7.5 for tonight's performance. On the wings, Jack Harrison. I don't think too much really went for Jack Harrison tonight. His crosses or attempted crosses just didn't seem to go anywhere. Listen, he worked hard. You know, he's won 6 of 14 ground duels, no aerial duels. His end product wasn't really there tonight at all. 3 crosses, one accurate. That's not bad, but it seemed like every time he got on the ball, he was outnumbered again. It's the thing of the fullbacks not going past him. He wants to come inside. A lot of the time, he is 2 against 1. I think there's more. I think there's more to come from him in the end product. I think there has to be more there from the end for the end product. I thought he was a lot better second half than he was first half. Obviously went off with 10 minutes to go. You can't doubt the lad's hard work, and I think if everyone's working hard, then you can see it, and I think you can see it. I just think there needs to be a little bit more quality from him in terms of his final ball. And again, I think that'll come. Listen, he hasn't played that many games for Everton. You know, he's still relatively young to the team or new to the team. So I think there's more from him to come. So we'll wait and see. Dribble attempts 5, 2 successful. On the other side, interceptions 1, tackles 3, dribble passed twice. But he's growing. He's growing as a player, and I just want to see a little bit more from him. That end product from Jack Harrison. So Jack Harrison, I would give a 6.8 for tonight's performance. On the other side, Dwight McNeil obviously got the assist for the first goal. It was a lovely cross, to be fair. And he had been putting some good balls into the box, although their goalkeeper had been dealing with some of the early ones. 6 crosses, 4 accurate. That's really good. No shots on target, 1 shot off target, which it was one of them where it was just raising. But again, he wasn't great on Sunday. He worked hard, but tonight I thought he was a little bit. He looked like he fancied it tonight against his old team. So worked hard. Obviously played 89 minutes. He put a good shift in, Dwight McNeil, tonight. And it just needs to just be interesting to see what goals wise, what his tally is. Well, he can. It'd be nice to see him get his first goal and see if he can get on a run again, because that's what's missing from the second half of last season. He just hasn't got on the score sheet yet and got himself going. But yeah, he did all right tonight. Dwight McNeil, nothing spectacular, so I'll give him a 7.2. Danjuma, it's hard. Listen, it's hard when players are not playing and then they get put into the side, and then you are like expecting something straight away. That's why I think you never make loads of changes in this competition, because you have too many players all at once trying to find their feet. And I think we saw that when Beto came on. So it was a difficult night for him. He only actually had 17 touches. I'm not 100% sure the position worked for him. I think if he'd played on the left, I think he would have had more of the ball. I just think he was a little bit lost in that position. As I said, 17 touches for a player who was on the pitch for 68 minutes in it. And I know we didn't have a lot of the ball, by the way. But listen, it give the core a rest. That's the best way I'm going to describe it. It gave him a rest, didn't it? But looking at his numbers, 1 key pass, 71% pass accuracy from 17 touches. No dribbles, no shots on target, no shots off target. Yeah, he just didn't do anything. He just wasn't really in the game at all tonight, Danjuma. And as I said, that's when people when you get listen, we're into the quarterfinals, and we've got a tie against Fulham. That's why you don't make loads of changes at this stage of the competition against the Premier League team if you seriously want to get through. Because the minute you start changing them, as I said, you go, well, he hasn't played that much, and he hasn't played that much, and he hasn't been playing that much. And suddenly all those players are trying to find themselves, all at the same time. And it just doesn't work. It's all right if you've got loads of players and you're like a top 4, top 5 team, and like if you're like in the Europa League, like West Ham tonight or Liverpool, and you've almost been putting second teams out for the Europa League. You can put players in there because they've already played loads of games. So no, he was nowhere near it for me tonight. Nowhere near it. So I give him a 6. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, yeah, again, I was surprised he started, but he was properly on it tonight. He made their centre backs very nervous tonight. Only 23 touches, but again, some of the aerial duels, he scored. Obviously, it was ruled offside. I haven't seen it again, so I've got no idea how close it was. It looked like at first they'd given a foul, but it was an offside. But he really did worry their centre backs. The physical side from him tonight, the leaps, the strength, the sharpness, the pace. Honestly, it was great to see Dom back. Like, you can see it. He's really enjoying his football. You can just see how much he's enjoying it. He's enjoying bossing the opposition. And listen, he didn't score. Second game at home where we've won 3-0 and he hasn't scored. But you can tell he's really enjoying it, getting back to those levels. There was a little early scare in the first half when he went over by the dugout, but I think he just got caught. But you can see how much he's really enjoying it, and it was nice to watch. 6 out of 9 aerial duels won, but just the way he bossed them, just the way he was like pushing their centre backs about and creating space and running at them, and that's the difference for me. That's the difference. He's so controlled. He's so composed. When people talk about him as a footballer, the things they miss about his game are incredible, and you can see why. You can really see why the manager obviously is play. When Beto came in, there was will he play Beto? But the difference between him and Dom and Beto is just huge in terms of the way they play and the way they carry themselves. So good stuff from Dom tonight. A 7.7 for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The subs tonight. Let me just get. The Corey came on from Danjuma, didn't he? Only had 6 touches. Didn't really do too much. He was on the pitch for quite a long time, but he didn't really do much in the time he was on. He was on for 27 minutes. Only 6 touches in that time. He didn't really do anything. 6.5 for the Corey. Beto. I think what you saw from Beto's performance tonight. Don't get me wrong, he got an assist, and it was a lovely run from him. He's so unpredictable. But I think the main problem with Beto is, and this is what they've got to iron out clearly, is the ball just bounces off him. The amount of times he doesn't have control of the ball is a worry. And I think that's why he didn't get on Sunday, is because he just doesn't get hold of the ball early enough. The run for the goal shows what happens when he can get hold of it and he can run at people, but it's that first touch, it's getting it under control and then moving with it. 15 touches, 44% pass accuracy. Key passes, 2. Obviously got an assist. He's obviously desperate to score. He's obviously desperate to impress. He's obviously just wants to get on the pitch and show what he's all about and show what no, so, you know, he knows that he's a player. He knows there's a player in there. And the attitude's all there. It's just not what the team needs right now. Because he drops in and he just can't get hold of the ball fast enough. And it's all legs, isn't it? It's all just legs. But you've got to give him time. We've just got to give him time. And it's mad, isn't it? Because when we bought him, we were all like, this will give Dom time. This will give Dom the opportunity to get himself sorted. Now Dom's playing, and you're like, this is an opportunity for Beto to just bed himself into Everton, bed himself in, everyday training, getting that first touch nailed. But you can see from the assist, the turn, the pace, the control. Once he's got it under control, that there's definitely a player there. So I'm in no. He is a rough diamond, but he's definitely got the components to be a good player. So it might take time, but that's fine. Coming off the bench, he just needs to get himself to a little bit closer to where we need him to be. So I'll give him a 7, mostly for the assist. Just a Garner Gay played 15 minutes with the added on time, 9 touches. Didn't do much. 6.5. Nathan Patterson came on at right back. Again, helped Ashley Young go onto the right midfield and obviously helped him get him goal. Ground duels won 1 out of 1. 7 touches, 100% pass accuracy. Key passes 1. He's done it all right there. He's done all right in his time, so I'll give Nathan Patterson 6.8. And Lewis Dobbin, who got on, he wasn't on long enough. Was he? Little cameo. Good to see him get on the pitch though, for the last couple of minutes. So there you go. A win into the next round. Nice and comfortable. And we hopefully carry that on Saturday against Brighton, which will be a tough game. So there you go. Good win. I'm keep on resisting the temptation to say 3 points. So we take that on to Saturday, hopefully, and fantastic stuff into the quarters, Christmas week. But let's just focus on the game against Brighton on Saturday. You know, that's what, 6 weeks away now, is it? So, or 7 weeks away, or whatever it is. So we'll worry about that then. It's all about Brighton this Saturday now. Hopefully another performance. Good stuff from Sean Dyche. Yeah, absolutely. Can see what he was saying. No issues with that whatsoever. About adding the goals. So the XG's working, my friend. The XG's working. No issue whatsoever. He's getting the best out of the players, and we are looking like a side. So fair play to the manager. Fair play to the manager. He's calmed all the noise down, and no issue. He's doing the business. He's doing the business for the club. So there you go. There was a super chat off Ota. Thank you, mate. You didn't say anything, but thank you for the super chat. So there you go. We'll be over doing the final word tomorrow over on Toffee TV Premier. Come and join us. The link is in the description. QR codes are on the screen now. For the price of a coffee, you get live daily shows every day in the week. You get a live show and other shows. So why don't you come and join us? It's good. It's good times. These are good times. Come and join us for all the good times. Get your daily live shows. Get your shows before they go on YouTube. And there you go. Make sure you check out my Glass Seat Reaction if you haven't. There's lots of stuff in there. It's not just me talking about the game. There's lots of stuff around showing the tribute to Bill Kenwright, the goal reactions, and all that stuff. And make sure you go and check out Baz's videos as well. He's in a happy mood, apart from the fact that he couldn't get into the ground because the turnstiles failed. I don't know what went on, but there you go. Thanks for watching. See you later.